Sometimes being a professional athlete can sweep you into moments where judgment lapses, leading to actions that land you in hot water. Sure, the NFL, NBA, and MLB might grab headlines with their off-field antics, but the NHL has seen its fair share of players stepping on the wrong side of the law. So, let's dive into the 10 most jaw-dropping incidents where NHL players found themselves in handcuffs. Kicking off with Dustin Byfuglien, let's dive into his infamous boating adventure gone wrong. Picture this, a professional NHL player enjoying his off-season on the serene waters, but with one major misstep, boating while buzzing. This incident, while serious, somehow took a back seat in the court of public opinion to Byfuglien's surprising off-season transformation. Weighing in at almost 290 pounds at the time of his arrest, a staggering 40 pounds heavier than his playing weight from the previous season, Byfuglien became the center of a different kind of discussion. Instead of focusing solely on the critical issue of operating a vehicle under the influence, the chatter shifted toward his physical appearance. This scenario opens up a broader conversation about the pressures athletes face regarding their fitness and body image, especially during the off-season. It's a compelling reminder of the intense scrutiny professional athletes are under, not just for their performance on the ice, but also for their physical condition. Byfuglien's story is a cautionary tale, underscoring the importance of responsible decision-making and the unpredictable ways in which an athlete's personal choices can catapult them into the spotlight for reasons beyond their athletic achievements. Next up is the curious case of Chris Knuckles Nyland, a former enforcer on the ice who found himself facing off against an unexpected opponent, the temptation of five-finger discounts on swimwear. Picture Nyland, once feared for his fists in the league, now navigating the aisles of a Boston shopping mall, eyeing not an opposing player, but rather a pair of swim trunks. This incident throws a spotlight on the unforeseen challenges that athletes might face once the cheering crowds and bright lights of the stadium fade away. Nyland's foray into shoplifting swim trunks isn't just a bizarre blip in the post-career life of an NHL player. It's a stark illustration of the unpredictable paths life can take when the structure and routine of professional sports are no longer there to anchor one's daily life. It begs the question, how do athletes adjust to a world where their identity isn't tied to the back of a jersey? Nyland's story serves as a cautionary tale, highlighting the importance of finding purpose and direction after hanging up the gloves, and the sometimes surprising challenges that can emerge when navigating life beyond the rink. Kevin Stevens' saga unfolds like a screenplay you'd expect to see in a cautionary sports documentary, not real life. Here was a player who had tasted the pinnacle of NHL success, only to find himself embroiled in a scandal that seemed more suited to a tabloid headline than the biography of a hockey star. Imagine, if you will, Stevens, a name synonymous with on-ice glory, caught in the unflattering spotlight of a motel room bust, with drugs and a solicitation charge painting a stark contrast to the heroics fans were accustomed to. This wasn't just a minor hiccup, it was a full-blown plunge from grace, highlighting the darker side of the celebrity-athlete lifestyle. What makes Stevens' story particularly poignant is its reflection of the hidden pressures that come with professional stardom. The relentless demands, both physical and mental, the expectations of fans and teams, and the culture of excess that can engulf those at the top. It's a vivid reminder that behind the goals, the cheers, and the accolades lie vulnerabilities and challenges that can lead even the most celebrated athletes down perilous paths. Stevens' encounter with the law serves as a sobering narrative about the fine line between enjoying the spoils of fame and spiraling into its vices, underscoring the need for support systems and awareness around the mental health and well-being of athletes navigating the high-stakes world of professional sports. Mike Richards' story serves as a potent narrative on the razor's edge upon which professional careers often balance. Imagine, if you will, a player once celebrated for his on-ice prowess and leadership, a two-time Stanley Cup champion, suddenly thrust into the limelight for all the wrong reasons.
Nearing the 5-minute mark, and here's a break. Here comes the lock. He made the big move. A score!
The border incident wasn't just a blip on the radar. It was a seismic event that rattled the foundations of his career, prompting the LA Kings to terminate his contract and casting a long shadow over his legacy. The tale of Richards crossing the border, a journey he'd likely made countless times before, transformed overnight into a cautionary tale about the fragility of success and the impermanence of athletic acclaim. What's particularly jarring about Richards' story is how swiftly fortunes can turn in the world of professional sports. One day, you're a key player with a multi-million-dollar contract, celebrated by fans and teammates alike. The next, you're a cautionary headline, a reminder of the precariousness of fame and the consequences of missteps. It underscores a broader truth about the life of an athlete. Beyond the physical battles on the ice, there's an ongoing struggle with the pressures, temptations, and pitfalls that come with living in the public eye. Richards' fall from grace is not just about the loss of a contract or the end of a career phase. It's a vivid illustration of the personal and professional upheavals that can arise from a single lapse in judgment, highlighting the need for vigilance, support, and perhaps a bit of grace in navigating the complex world of professional sports. Bob Probert's run-in with the law at the border, cocaine concealed and intentions veiled, isn't just a footnote in his storied NHL career. It's a glaring beacon highlighting the darker side of fame and the battles many athletes face off the rink. Probert, known for his fearsome presence on the ice, found himself in a fight he wasn't equipped to win, against an opponent far more insidious than any he'd encountered in the league: addiction. This incident serves as a stark reminder of the vulnerability that lies beneath the tough exterior of professional athletes, revealing how quickly the accolades and achievements can be eclipsed by the repercussions of substance abuse. It's easy to get caught up in the glamour of professional sports, to see players like Probert as invincible warriors, celebrated for their physical prowess and competitive spirit. Yet this encounter with border police peels back the curtain, exposing the human frailties that exist behind the persona. The incident is emblematic of a larger issue within sports and society: the struggle with addiction and the need for compassion, understanding, and robust support systems for those in its grip. Probert's brush with the law wasn't just a personal misstep. It was a public cry for help, a moment that could have been an opportunity for intervention and recovery. Instead, it became a defining chapter in his life, a cautionary tale about the pitfalls of fame and the importance of addressing substance abuse head-on. It's a sobering lesson on the need for vigilance, for creating environments where athletes can seek help without fear of judgment or retribution, and for recognizing the humanity in our heroes, understanding that they too can falter and fall. Dino Ciccarelli's unusual arrest for indecent exposure after investigating a noise in his garage, all while in the nude, adds a bizarre chapter to the list of NHL arrests, showing that sometimes privacy doesn't mean freedom from the law. Steve Durbinow's post-NHL life spiraled into illegal activities, culminating in arrests for drug smuggling and running a prostitution ring. His story is a tragic example of how the fight doesn't always end when the game does. Patrick Kane's altercation with a cab driver over mere change is a moment that almost derailed his career, showing how quickly things can escalate and the importance of keeping a cool head. Ed Belfour's drunken escapade in a hotel, leading to a physical altercation with security and an absurd bribe offer, highlights the dangers of alcohol and the importance of moderation. Finally, Claude Giroux's Canada Day celebration took a turn for the absurd when he decided to get a bit too familiar with a police officer, landing him in jail for the night.
Area pass, unfortunately, couldn't settle down for Konechny.
Giroux stick handling through. Magical move, he scores! Claude Giroux walks through.
It's a reminder that fame doesn't grant immunity from respecting others' boundaries. These stories, ranging from the dangerous to the downright bizarre, serve as reminders that athletes, despite their talents on the ice, are not above the law. They also underline the importance of making choices that not only uphold one's career, but also one's personal life off the rink. So, hit that like button if you found these tales as astonishing as we did, and don't forget to subscribe for more content that takes you beyond the game.